Aloha and welcome. I'm Panther, and this is MoonBreaker. I know next to nothing about this game, except for one very important factor. The people who made this game are the same people who made Subnautica. As a result, I'm going to give them a go. Did I pay for this game? No. This is currently early access, as you saw in the opening, and as a result, early access is free. I plan on publishing this, or posting this video tomorrow, which should still have some time left if you want to give it a try. If not, consider this an in-depth playthrough of, at very least, the single-player game. Welcome to the glorious Metadron training grounds, where you'll learn how to survive in the reaches. I'll show you a good time. I mean, seriously, informative training. There waits Crankbait, this person, a notorious smuggler from Blackros Refuge. Let's party! Okay. You can admire the model and the paint job of any unit. It's not part of combat, it's just magnificent. Yeah, this is one aspect of the game that I actually found interest in. Apparently you can go in and paint these models. We'll see about that if it's a part of the early access or not. MoonBreaker is a turn-based game where each unit can move, attack, and use their abilities each turn. Looks like they failed to capture my undeniable allure. Okay. Let's start with a melee attack. Melee units must touch their rival before they can attack. Okay. Nah. I like the grunge. Click. Move. Oh, cool. So it's less of a, hey, here's a. Oh, I don't like that. That's a little too sensitive. But it's a less of a grid-based movement and more of a distance-based movement. So if I go here. Cool. Melee. Yay, and my turn. Looking good. In real battle, rival melee units will counterattack any attacking unit touching its base, so watch yourself. Moving on. Meet Aurea, a ranged unit. Okay, let's get it on from a distance. Range attacks have a hit chance based on the unit's distance from the target. Abilities, cover, and other units may also affect accuracy. Let's use range attack to snipe that rival. Oops. There we go. I don't like that I can't see all the way around, and I can only pivot left and right. But aside from that, it still looks good. Nah. So, click. Range. 91%. I also like that the figures move. She's making friends already. Okay. Notice how... Okay. So... 77% chance to hit, but 93. Cancel. You can do it, right? Yeah, you can do this. like the crumbling effect, too. Death has arrived. Death for your rival, certainly. That's your captain, Exultier. Captains have more abilities and health than crew. Seems a little showy if you ask me. Click a unit to display a tooltip with details on deployment cost, attack, health, and abilities. Okay. So, leadership cost to deploy is up there. Resource generation. Alright. Active ability and cost to use. Alright. Attack type and power. Base size. Okay, so that's a large melee. This is a small range. Passive and keywords. So, charge is the keyword, armor is the keyword, but the passive is shotgun? No. Oh, cool. Unit speed, so that's a speed. Health and armor. Cool. Very cool design. Because he's a leader, he doesn't have a cost, but he's a large melee, generates 2. Cedar? It's either cider or cedar. Can move 5. Shield of Hope, reduce next damage to a unit by 1. All units in range. Okay. He has an attack of 2 and 10 health. They say he's an honorable deathbot. Let's try one of his chivalrous abilities.
Defensive field activated.
Cool. Each unit has a status bar, including remaining moves, attacks, and abilities for a given turn. Oh, cool. Alright, alright. Attack type, range, or melee. So that's what attack type means. Got it. The attack. How much health? Armored. Gonna have to go into that a little bit more. Actions. Attack, movement, and ability. So he can still move. That was a bit extreme. Alright, I was just reading stuff. Intriguing, no? Let's reset the ground for some unit synergy. You can use and combine a unit's abilities in creative ways to enhance your strategy. That's generally how these games work. Rival unit is out of his movement range, but click Crankbait's grapple chain ability. Yeah, okay. So click grapple chain, grab.
I get a little pansy.
But that takes the attack. There we go. Yeah, I misread that. Or maybe it just prevented it from like going that way. Shall we get more creative? Crankbait's grapple chain can also pull... Oh, cool. So, click. So, this will use one ability. Some sweet synergy. I like the sword. You'll find many ways to get fancy with ability synergies to better strategize on the battlefield. Congratulations, you're ready to graduate to more advanced concepts. My left shoulder's in a lot of pain, hence the reason why I'm not going through extravagant details for voice acting. How to play.
Goal of the game. To win the game, you must defeat the rival captain or score enough victory points.
My objective is my vow.
Now it's a party.
Score victory points by capturing control zones or destroying rival units. You start with your captain in play. If it gets destroyed, game over.
This is not the end.
Camera controls. Use WASD or hold the middle mouse button to move the camera.
Oh, okay.
Another way to move the camera is to move your cursor to the edges of your view.
That is highly sensitive.
Use your mouse wheel to zoom. Use Q and E to rotate. Take a closer look at units by hovering over them with your cursor and then holding the left control key. Leadership and deployment. Use leadership to deploy units onto the field. You start with some and gain more every turn. Any leadership you don't spend rolls over to the next turn.
Okay.
The cost of deploying a unit is shown here. Select the unit, then choose where to place it. Units can only be deployed near your captain or other crew who are deployed in previous turns.
Okay.
Note that newly deployed units suffer from dazed, which limits their movement. However, they can still attack and use their Cinder abilities.
Would a grenade help?
Cinder. Some of your units generate Cinder every turn. You need Cinder to use your unit's special abilities.
You control your
Sometimes there will be other ways to gain additional Cinder in the environment. Pay attention to the cost of your unit's abilities to make sure you don't run out of Cinder. Also, take special note that whatever Cinder you don't spend during your turn, you lose.
Oh, okay.
Moving units. While special abilities cost Cinder, moving is free. Selecting a unit will show where it can move. Moving, attacking, and using abilities can be done by any unit in any order, but pay special attention to the order of your actions.
I get a little pansy. Of course, it's safe to drink. This mask really draws the eye. I see them, hope they don't see me.
To cancel an action, use right-click on your mouse or the escape key. Blocking movement is a critical aspect of the game.
You gotta give me some hot beer tips, Slops.
You can see where your opponent's units can move by hovering over them. Units can lower accuracy, prevent enemies from melee attacking, or trap other units.
I scope with my little...
Melee and ranged attacks. Most units have a melee or ranged attack. Melee is shown with a yellow sword icon, and ranged is represented with a blue crosshair icon. The damage dealt is the number shown. Melee attacks are more likely to hit, but you must be touching a rival unit. Touching units show a grouping line. But note that when a melee unit is attacked, it fights back if it can. Ranged attacks are less likely to hit, but can be performed at any distance. When aiming with a ranged unit, pay attention to the chances of hitting displayed above the target. Some obstacles lower your chance to hit, and
Jesus.
others block all attacks. Each unit has a health value. If this is reduced to 0, the unit is destroyed.
How does your doom feel?
Remember, when your captain is destroyed, you lose the game. Unit abilities. Spend Cinder to use your unit's abilities.
Forget nothing.
Here, Captain Extilior is using a special ability to damage all nearby enemies.
You will not harm them.
Some abilities deal damage. Others buff your crew or affect your enemies. Each ability can be used once per turn.
Resting frees the soul.
Winning the game. In addition to destroying the rival captain, you can also win a match by scoring enough victory points.
Noble.
One method of earning victory points is to destroy rival units. Each will earn you 1 victory point. Another method is to capture control zones and ensure your opponent stays out of the area until it is your turn again.
Snuggle up.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
A control zone is considered captured once your unit makes contact with it and your opponent remains outside of the control zone until it is your turn again. Your unit does not have to remain in the zone for it to be considered captured.
Watching me dance?
Victory points are tracked in a back-and-forth contest between you and your opponent until one of you reaches enough points to win the match.
Ah.
This means if your opponent is in the lead by 1 point at the start of your turn, and you earn 1 point on your turn, this would remove the point from your opponent, and neither player would be in the lead. If you were to instead earn 2 points on your turn, then you would be 1 point in the lead. By default, you need to earn 5 victory points to win. However, if neither player is able to win the match in time, sudden death will occur. Once sudden death is activated, the number of victory points needed to win is reduced by 1 each turn until one of you is victorious. Good luck.
Okay.
Everything else. Make sure to hover over units to read their abilities. You can also hover over keywords and status effects on a unit to see what they do. Each unit will have their own unique ability and their own special way of interacting with the game. And because we keep adding new units, you'll need to keep learning. If you're curious to see what other players are painting, what rosters they're making, strategies they're inventing, or maybe you just want to watch some developer streams and make some friends to play games with, be sure to check out our Discord server and follow us on social media platforms. MoonBreaker is a rule-changing game. No game will ever be the same, so stay alert.
Nothing exploding, nothing game.
Okay. What about this one?
From the Collect and Paint screen, click a unit, then click the Paint button. Here you'll see the default paint job. You can create a new paint job by clicking the plus icon or modify an existing one with the duplicate button. This is also how you set the current paint job you want this unit to use in this crew. Now let's start painting. You can pan the camera by dragging with the mouse wheel, zoom with mouse wheel, and rotate with right mouse button. You can also use left mouse button for all these if you choose the mode first. Now, let's paint a base color for Maximus. Click Paint, and then a color. Now you can paint right on the model. Let's increase our brush size to make this easier. You can use this slider or use the bracket keys. Now we can quickly finish our base color. If you make a mistake, you can always undo. You can also redo. Now we can paint in the crevices of the model. Choose Wash and then a dark color. That's a bit too dark, so let's lower the paint opacity. Now we can fill in the shadows, giving extra color to the more recessed areas. Now, let's use dry brush to make some highlights. This will paint just the surfaces. Let's choose a light color, lower the opacity again, and we can paint the armor. Notice how it's only painting the raised edges. Now, dirty up the boots with the airbrush. This will blend spray the new color on, blending with what's beneath it. Now, let's paint the face. We'll choose a skin color and draw it. If we're careful, we can paint the whole face like this. But there's an easier way. If you hold Shift, it will constrain that brush stroke to the same piece of the model, making sure it doesn't bleed onto adjacent parts. Now we can paint the face easily without worrying about painting the collar also. There are a few more things you should know. You can mix colors by painting them in the color mixer. They will blend like real paints. Then you can select any color you've blended, just like selecting one of the other colors.
Dude.
You can also select the color you've already painted by using the color picker. You could also use stipple to splatter on the model and place decals. You can also create your own custom palettes for painting an entire roster. Finally, once you get the hang of the hotkeys, you can hide most of the UI through Bliss mode. When you're done, just hit the back button and the game will prompt you to save. Now you can see your unit has been updated in your crew view, ready to play. I hope you love painting miniatures as much or maybe even more than the game.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, the gameplay sounds kind of cool. Not too bad. The thing that sold me was painting the figurines. Units. View and learn more about your captains and crew. Paint your units. Study. Manage and create unique rosters. Continue. Oh my god. This is early access. I have to take you all a step back and point out. This is still early access. Look at this thing. Oh, you could do that here. Oh, yes. And you can zoom in. Awesome.
This is so fun and serious.
Oh, cool. Okay, because I haven't used the character.
My objective is my vow.
I'm not gonna lie. If I ever get my hands on this game... Okay, so this is a temp model. Meaning that they either plan on upgrading it, altering it, or keeping it as is for the full release. It also means it has no voice acting to it, as clearly stated. Dude. They clearly just had a ball making these characters and whatnot. I half expect what this came to be is while working on Subnautica's expansions and various things, while they were making models, they had like a couple of things that were made that all they really did was just like, hey, this is kind of cool, let's make this. And then other people are like, that's really cool, but it doesn't fit the world. And they're like, aw. And they eventually accumulated so many interesting little doodads and characters and stuff like that. They inevitably just tried to make a game out of it. Now, making all of these characters is one thing. Making all of these characters move? Ugh. That's very different. I'm just having a ball looking through the... Oh my... Whoa! That's kind of cool. Stitchy McPatchy. Yep. Figured I was going to have one of those characters in here somewhere. That's really cool. The level of detail in all of these is just phenomenal in and of itself. Nah. Whisperers. I don't see anything about these guys that whispers. Ah, stuffed animal. Broken vengeance. Okay. That's cool. And something to note, when you saw the figures that were out in the tutorial, they were just this, but he had a different paint job for them, which I find fantastic. I'm looking through all of them right now, more or less so that if someone goes in and like, hey, I'm really curious about this game. Here's the early access. Well, you won't be able to access the early access after it comes out in a few days. So that is both disgusting and awesome at the same time. I love it. So I'm sitting there showing all of the current things out for this early access. Yeah, like I didn't do that for all of them because outside of voice lines, it's visually not different. That's trippy. Oh, okay, I see what they did there. Hello. Jesus. That's actually really cool. I mean, some of these are definitely that design of like, hey, it's more to look cool than actually function. But so what? These are little figurines. Who the hell cares? But some of these, like this, it's very clear that this chick ripped this person. I don't know if it's a chick or not, to be perfectly honest. But this individual ripped a cannon off and is using it as their main source of offense. Quack, that's cool. The little guy down there, that's cool. That is horrifically awesome. Oh, so that's what armor means. Reduce damage by 1. This guy is just a giant turret. Big boy. Or girl. Big individual. But it's small. Okay, that's cool. Oh. Nah. Power fist. That's super cool. A merchant who their shop is also their mech. Fire sale. Awesome. Crew. Cool. Now who is Chuck and who is Co? Yeah, I don't care. Oh, cool. So you've been a little map down there. And all these little details are what you would expect to find on a figurine. Like, none of these have details that are too high for what an actual physical figurine can have. And anybody who decides to state otherwise, go check out Warhammer's figurines and come back and talk to me about it again. Because, oh man, they are the prime example of intricate, detailed figurines that don't move. Ooh. Ooh. Cross between a machine and a plant. Oh, okay. Whoa, Jesus. Oh, okay. Damn. That's a nasty one. Nah. Oh, okay, I see. The little things pop off from the backpack. I'm sure there's going to be lots of people showing the actual gameplay and whatnot, and I plan on going through and playing a little bit. Unless it's multiplayer only, then I'm sorry. I have enough stresses in my life right now. PvP is not one of the game modes I like to play. That said, I'm more or less like, what figure do I want to spend my episode? Oh, those little guys. So this guy can Let's see, this guy... Create a toxoid. Where was it? There. He spawns these little guys. That's cool. That's super cool. But does that mean... Oh, okay. Oh, well. That. Ooh. I like how so far almost all of the characters do actually have unique, not only visuals, but how they act. Jesus. Nah. That's armed to the teeth. Oh. Dr. Feelbad? That's a great name. Fire left gun, fire right gun. So if you have 5, and this guy could use 2 abilities a turn, he could just blast the crap out of people. Oh. Cool. Oh, this is one of those mix guys. Alright. Gardener Exo. Let's... Oh, I can't paint him because it's a temp model. Zax. You. Paint. Select and create paint jobs. Default, blah, blah, blah. Tools, paints, decals. Okay. Be cool. Oh, right. To help keep it safe and inclusive, please refrain from creating offensive, hateful, or inappropriate designs. Failing to do so may get your paint job removed from the game. Default. Okay, so... Oh, and it changed the music too. I'm not gonna spend too long on this one. Oh, I like how that feels. Sorry, I'm instinctually trying to use Blender's movement and stuff like that. It is not working. Okay, Control Z works. With an actual like stylus, I would probably be able to do that better. Let's actually. Oh, that's cool. Wait, there's some... Huh. That's really cool. There's a type of design because of the way the mesh is made. That's cool. No. Just too bright. That's better. Cool. What does this do? Oh! Oh my god, that's amazing. I love that. No, I discard that. I just wanted to play around with that for a little bit. So, Into the Reaches. Replayable, ever-changing, single-player adventure. This would be the thing that I would want. Oh, this is the music player. Okay, cool. Let's go into tutorial 2, now that I've messed around with the other stuff. Now that you've got the grasp of the basics, it's time to reach for glory. Winning a battle requires a bold and attractive leader.
Death has arrived.
Or a formidable deathbot. You'll use leadership points to deploy your fearless crew onto the field. I just realized your bridge is displayed at the bottom of the screen. When you have enough leadership, you can spend it to deploy crew units near your captain or other units. You gain leadership each turn. Okay. Sorry, I'm also taking the time to look around. So click on the bridge. And here.
Please don't make me mingle.
Then deploy Detonera. Here.
Explosions are a fine art.
Newly deployed units like Aurea and Detona are dazed and cannot move? That's different than what was said in the thing where it said limited movement. You can still use their attacks and abilities, though. Okay. Conflicts arise across the reaches. A savvy leader should scan the environment for different types of cover. Low visibility will reduce accuracy, but you can still move through it. Soft cover blocks movement and reduces accuracy. Hard cover blocks both movement and line of sight, making attacks difficult. Okay. This is starting to look like a real fight. Destroy those fashionable training dummies, noting how cover affects your attacks and abilities. See what I was talking about? Like, it's just him, blockified and kind of grunged with a thing on his face. It's really cool, actually.
My stomach is in revolt.
Oh, cool. So if I... Oh, weird. Neat.
Would a grenade help? Ooh, off dry, I'd say.
Huzzah! You're not about to let some sketchy cargo intimidate you. Recall that using abilities costs Cinder. Every turn, you'll generate Cinder based on which units are deployed. Okay. So, +1, +1, +2. So I get 4? Oh, right, and if I don't use it, I lose it regardless. Cinder can also be collected by interacting with the objects on the map, like cinder carts, piles, and spheres. So I'm guessing Cinder is their universal MacGuffin resource. Move, Arya.
This mask really draws the eye.
Move. Cool. Last but not least, how the heck do you win? Well, okay.
Objective is my thought.
Oh, an actual unit. Okay. You can win in 2 ways. Destroy the rival captain, or reach a total of 5 victory points. Easy, not easy to understand but hard to master. That sort of thing. Hold a control point, uncontested for an entire turn, gains a victory point, or destroying a rival unit. Your opponent is holding a control point. If you don't move to contest it, they'll gain another victory point. Let's shimmy in there.
We must do this. Defense first. Cinder can be so deadly.
Grenade?
Nope.
My stomach is in revolt.
Oh, I like that.
We're never.
MoonBreaker uses a tag of war system. Points can be lost and gained, back and forth, between you and your opponent. Your opponent just lost a point because you destroyed that rival unit. Now, end your turn while holding the control point. You just gained a victory point for holding the control point uncontested for a turn.
Let me at them. Here's an idea. Stop hurting each other.
I like that intro. More trouble. Let's ignore victory points for now and focus on destroying those rivals. Have at them. What do you do? Mobilize it for a turn. Oh. That's why you're a pain in the ass. Wasn't close enough. No moving.
I forget nothing. will hold them off. I do what I must.
Okay, understood.
If I die, no more happy hours.
That cinder glow.
Okay.
Joshua, kill the killer bot.
Okay, cool. I never doubted you. That concludes this lesson. Nice work. I'm turning up the heat for what's next. Oh, cool. This is just going to be a mega episode detailing all of this, so that when someone wants to come by and like see the early access, they have one additional option to look at. Now, how about a real spicy test? We're here at the landing pad for a match without my handsome assistants. Your rivals will have reduced health, and you'll need all that hot knowledge I taught you how to defeat them. Alright. So, soft cover, low visibility. Those are the two. So that's 2 control points. Okay.
I am in control.
For right now, let's see, who do I have? You know, I think I want to bring out this guy. 30. You know what? Sure. It's highly unlikely he's gonna hit, but
Cease your
he hit.
pestering.
Cool. I would be surprised if the ability worked and he was suddenly immobilized.
Defensive field activated.
Beats being in a lab, huh? Focus next time.
Eh. They missed.
These paradoxes give pause.
Okay.
Lucky this isn't a lab coat.
Okay. Ooh. I don't need that yet.
At your service.
Stay guarded, always.
Gotta want it.
They will wake soon.
Okay.
Want me? I'm right over here.
We'll get this next time.
Seven sides, but no borders.
Calculate or contemplate. Defensive field activated.
At your service.
My path is clear. I will have retribution.
Okay. So. Oh.
I've got plans soon.
We must do this. We will hold them off. You gave me no choice.
Ready for swift action.
Oh, I forgot my lucky cravat.
Now, if I move him.
Careful, that's velvet. Hoo ha ya hey! Ha ha ha!
And here's where things turn against me. Often this is where it goes.
Opulent and buttery. A bitter, bitten.
This is my jam!
Alright.
Be brave.
The wings were a bad choice.
respect all life.
Why was I programmed this way? Did you try to be careful?
Like my battle mask?
Clear mind, steady shot.
Boom!
He's a really bad spot.
I will have retribution.
Don't worry about me.
Oh, I forgot my lucky cravat.
With you till the end. What is this armor made of?
These guns must be wet. Ah!
Bathe in the healing light.
Okay.
Present and sterile. Care to rate your pain?
Actions cannot be undone.
That was quite the test. Certainly you've been flourishing under... I mean, you halved their thing, but I would have done it anyway because of their poor choices. So basically within 3 tutorials, you have an actual thing. Oh, it's got a battle pass. Oh, and you level up the things. Okay. I don't know if I personally like that, but, you know, other people might. Okay, let's give this last tutorial a run through, and we can end this episode. I'll need to play a little more frugally. I didn't realize immobilization was you can't attack, so stun. Because immobilize means you can't move. But apparently I couldn't do either. No. I couldn't move, but because it was a melee character, I couldn't move or attack. Alright. What's this? Some lowlife is causing chaos. Okay, this is not a test. You need to take care of those miscreants without my help. I've got a massage appointment. Make me proud. Alright. So... Okay. Oh. Oh, I can't start off with a free hit? That's fine. Yeah. I'm sorry, what? Oh, they have maybe deployed anywhere. Okay, cool. About that. Yeah, you remember that tactic you just showed me? Yeah, about that. Okay. No. Oh, come on. Fine. All right. I'm fucking sorry. Oh, shit, I did it. I was already moving on to the next step. So it doesn't upgrade their statistics at all. It just shows that you know how to play these, or you've played with these units a lot. Okay, so basically I got some skins and some profile stuff. I can see what they're building this up to be. Where are you? Ha! There he is, the foam one. I hate that you have to go into each one to see if you've gotten a secondary paint job of them. Oh! And because they summon a little extra creature, you can paint the creature. That's cool. I didn't go with that. I'm just gonna run through. Actually, is there? So you can see all of the rewards for going through the early access stuff. A different skin for the big bot. Different skin for him. Her. Oh. Interesting. I can see what they're building this up to be. I'm not a fan of that style of game and whatnot. However, I respect what they're going for. This is the one that I would be interested in, but it's not part of the early access, so not there. I will not be making more videos on this game because I don't own it, and chances are I won't be owning it. However, I fully respect the dev team who made this, as well as the games that they have presently made. Subnautica and Subnautica Below Zero were both fantastically awesome games, and I owe them a lot for certain aspects of the life that I currently lead. I'm not one of the big YouTubers and whatnot, and there's a high possibility they'll never even see this, but I still give them all the respect in the world for their current pathing and whatnot. Do I like the Battle Pass thing? Do I like the multiplayer stuff? Do I like... No. But that's just not me. the Into the Reaches, I would be really interested in playing that. But I can't afford this game. Currently. Yay, life. Link account, and all that. Well, this has been MoonBreaker. If you're interested in the full game, I will link it in the description below, like I do with every game that I play. Every game that I play that I can link. ROMs I can't. If you're interested and you see this on the day and it's still early access available, you can still check it out and play it for a little bit, go into the battle and battle against other players out there and have a blast, sometimes literally. I got into it, and playing against an NPC was kind of enjoyable. I did just sort of win, but that's just the nature of the game, because they've made a couple of characters like that one that every time he attacks, he just gets bigger and stronger and everything like that. He can get to a point where he's just unstoppable. So they had to have a different way of doing things so that more strategic players can think outside of the box. And like, I wasn't going to be able to beat the guy head on because he was actually playing intelligently. So instead, I worked around it and got the 5 points, which was cool. That was awesome. All that being said, the real thing that I would end up buying this game for, if I ever did, was to paint figurines. That's it. That's straight up it. I will catch you all next time, whatever that game may be. Until then, have fun, be safe, and aloha.